Hey there, family. It's JP, and I have been asked out again. And what a privilege to be asked by my friend Warren Coble. He is the executive director of Hilltop Senior Citizens Center here in North Amarillo, and they're doing some amazing work. I can attest, and I swear I'll let you get a word in edgewise.
Go
I
ahead,
can
go ahead.
attest that without Bishop Coble's involvement in the community through Hilltop, I don't know how we would have made it this winter in regards to the food situation
Yes, sir.
in our community. So,
It was tough for a lot of people.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
tough for a lot of people, and you are one of the very, very few that are actually situated in North Amarillo that takes care of the North Amarillo communities as a whole. So, as a matter of fact, you're nestled in the middle, so you take care of North Amarillo, and then people from the east and the west actually come and take advantage of what you do for the community.
And not only that, but people from the Far East, East Ridge, and then we go to Hamlet,
Right? Yeah.
North Heights, and then we go southwest on the other side of Southwest 10th, Southwest 12th,
Gotcha.
Southwest 9th. So we deliver 42 meals a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wow.
And we have to divide them up so they can get them when they're hot, you know. So we two of us running, and we've got a few more calls for East Ridge. We don't know how we're going to do it all, but we'll make it happen some kind of way.
So if I were to ask you for a list of needs, what would they be for you to continue the work that you're doing here, feeding the community?
I could use a couple more drivers, a couple more volunteers to help do stuff around here. We have been trying to get our entertainment center back together, our little place where we play ping pong and things like that. And we could use somebody to watch over that while we do the cooking and the feeding.
So you can have people in your recreation center while so you wouldn't have to attend to both things at one time. You could just
Exactly.
concentrate on cooking while people are being entertained with recreation.
You get people to help with some paperwork. What we're doing now is we have the little emergency valve, and I don't know why I didn't bring it with me. But inside has all your information inside of a little tube. And then you have a note that says, I got medical problems. You stick that on your refrigerator.
Gotcha.
Then you have a decal that you stick on your door.
Okay.
So if you're home alone and the paramedics kick the door in,
Right.
they'll know to go to the refrigerator to get the little valve out.
Gotcha.
That's
Wow.
got all your medical information.
Wow.
And so we're trying to get that all completed. We're doing it for them, with them, because if we give it to them, they'll forget it.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, going through the community. And I have about 70 of those, and
Okay.
probably can get about 30 more. But it's just a way for mom and dad, sister and brother to be taken care of when you're not there
Right.
for pertinent medical information.
Right. And so that's vital in our community. Sad truth is that there aren't enough organizations, or many organizations, that actually do what Hilltop does and actually do wellness checks on your clients.
We've had a few emergencies.
Yes, yes, you
And
have.
death, I'm sure, didn't happen because we did a wellness check. The first thing that we learned to do is we don't hand people a meal. When we have your meal, we're talking with you, we're looking at you, we're seeing how you feel. We're not doctors,
Right.
but we know what's you. We get used to you.
Right.
And when you don't act like you, then we start asking other questions.
Sure.
And so the other night we had one at 7:30 in the evening. A guy said I just was uncomfortable with how things were when I went through there. So he waited, but he did call, and we went, called 911. They had to break into the house,
Wow.
take the little lady to the emergency room. She stayed in the hospital about 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
So wellness check is a part of what we do, because some of the people we feed, we're the only people they see all week. So,
Yeah.
you know, nurses in my family, my mother, my sister, and being around the hospital and things, you just learn to notice.
Right.
And that's one of the things that we've been trained to do
Right.
by LVNs that have come down and taught us how to look people in the eye and talk and
Yeah.
things like that.
Well, I noticed that because of the impact that you make in the community, other organizations have noticed you too.
Yes, sir.
And so, this one thing I know about you is for years and years, for decades, you silently, behind the scenes, served in the community. And now, just like bad things, good things happen too. The chickens are coming home to roost. So you're
Yes, sir.
starting to reap a reward for all of your hard work. And so I'm looking at an award, you guys. It says this award is given in honor of the Hilltop Senior Citizens Association, and it's given to you by the Area Agency on Aging. And so, can you show off your award? See, he didn't want to do this. I had to, anyway. I'm just saying. And so, congratulations on that award.
What's going to happen is, I know you're going to show those other guys pictures.
I am.
A.D. Williams, Douglas Mercadove, Anita Pettis, Louise Wooten, Betty Nickerson, Tracy Gaddis, Gary Maxwell, Joe Cofer, and of course, Jay Parker. They're the ones who do all the hard work. I just kind of hit things up. But this award is for you guys, man. You guys, a lot of folks won't say it, but you guys make me look good. And I understand how it works. Here's how it works. If things go well, I get the credit.
There you go.
If things go bad, then I get the fault. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But in working with this Amarillo Area Aging Foundation, man, they have helped us keep this place going. And I don't remember Sunday's last name, but she's a part of that group that helped make this happen.
Yeah, I've had an encounter with a very, very genuine person in wanting to help and providing the needs of the community, especially to the aging.
Yes.
So hi, Sunday.
Well, when she didn't have it, she told me where to go get the help.
Right.
She provided information for us, and so doing so, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Like I say, we're interested in a lot of things. We have now taken on 15 to 20 homeless
Wow.
that we feed every day also.
Yeah.
So now we're feeding 75, 76 people, and out of the 75, 76, 15 to 20 are homeless.
Yeah.
And so that's why we were getting the building over there that burned.
So donations are much appreciated. 1311 North
Taylor.
right here in Amarillo. Send your donations here or contact Bishop Coble at
806-376-9511.
Yeah. So, as if you don't do enough, on a previous broadcast, we let the public know that you are our newly elected commissioner of Precinct 4, Potter County Commissioner for Precinct, Potter County Commissioner in Precinct 4. And so you wore out a little bit of my shoe leather a couple weeks ago, and we together went out and he had me talking to people in the public, and I learned a lot about some of the issues that are plaguing, and that's a harsh word to use, but I'm going to use it anyway.
Please do.
Our community. Tell us a little bit about the fight that you've been fighting.
Well, actually, I got in on it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I didn't know it was going on. But when I found out from one of the people in the neighborhood that he actually had contacted the city in 1968
Wow.
concerning this gas situation over off 24th in that community. And well, last year, July 23rd, we were getting ready to do a bike run. Me, I think I was there, Melody was there, Alfonso Vaughn, Linda was there, the police chief was there, and Councilman Frieda was there. And when the gas came through, I recognized what it was.
Right.
Because I worked with it 20 years in Phillips,
Right.
in Borger. And so when they asked what it was, then I told them it was H2S, hydrogen sulfide gas. And in previous years, we just was concerned about the odor.
Right.
The odor. We didn't know that it was a heavy gas that hangs low and that it does affect one's nervous system.
Yeah.
And so we're in the process of, I talked with Cole Stanley. He wants to meet with me as soon as we get all this information together because he was not aware that situation we had.
Right.
And this is prior to him being the mayor, prior to him running for mayor. And so, but since we've talked to him, he wants to help. And it's something that has to be taken care of really quick because since 1968 is really bad.
To say the least.
prior to that, it was open. It was an open pit going through the neighborhood, but because it was exposed to the outside, you didn't get the gas as much because it would blow away.
Right, yes, sir.
But once they got it in pipes and it's going through a drain,
Now it's concentrated and directed.
there you go.
Yeah.
And so it's not a pleasant thing. So you and I went to the members of that community.
Right.
You did more walking than I did. I was doing it in slow motion. And just to say, listen, my name is Rob Petrie. I live at 1201 whatever.
You were John Q. Public on
I was
that
John
day.
Q.
Yes, you
Public
were,
that day.
yes.
I was not the commissioner. And that I've lived in this community this long, and this is how long I've been smelling this odor.
Yeah.
And that gives us an idea of how long people have been affected
Right.
by this toxic gas.
Right.
So we're now battling with the city, but cold standard city help us.
And that's an amazing thing. You know, the thing about that weekend when we went door to door is that a lot of people kind of made light of it because it was just a part of their day to day,
Yes,
the
sir.
smell. And just educating them really was an education for me of how we can live with something that is harmful to us for years and not realize the effects that it would have. Now we have to look at, and not for this to turn into a legal issue, but now we need to look at what ramifications has it had on our elderly health-wise, and not just our elderly, the unborn, and so there are a lot of issues that should be addressed. This issue should be addressed in order for the oversight
Right.
to be corrected.
This is a health and welfare
Yeah.
issue. It really is. And if you were born and raised in that area, you've had at least 18 years of it.
Yes.
Just as a young person being born there and leaving home when you get 18, you have 18 years of this exposure. We're looking into some things and looking into the effects that it does have on one's health, and it's just something that's not acceptable.
Yes, it's not.
But here's the deal: we accept things that we don't have knowledge of. And here's the deal: everybody in the community has some knowledge on something that I don't know about.
Right.
And as we share that knowledge, we become educated. And if we're willing to keep learning, and I'm one of these guys, I applaud education, graduations. I mean, I went to college, got a few years of college, started out in X-ray. Notice I say started out. And then, but all of your education is not in the classroom.
Right, yeah.
Whatever you take in the classroom, you have to take it out in the real world and make it work.
Right.
So I'm talking about real world education as well as collegiate.
Yeah.
You see, and so we're going to pass this information and educate the public on what's got to happen. But we're going to have a meeting, and we're going to need everybody that can meet with me and Cole or meet at City Hall to get this issue taken care of, and then see what steps need to be taken next.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, there's a lot that needs to be done in the community. The Bible says that the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. And so if we know a thing, we should speak out about a thing. But like you taught me, it's how you speak out about a thing. And so we want to bring this to the attention, again, of the powers that be, which is the people.
The people
It's
are
not
the
the
power.
elected officials, it's
No.
the people. And if the people don't know, then the elected officials can do very little.
Well, elected officials, I'll tell you how powerful they are. They can get elected out next term.
That's right. Out
Exactly.
the door.
So the people are the power.
Yeah.
And so what we need to do is sit down in a delicate fashion, be able to speak your heart,
Right.
and get these issues taken care of. Some are water hydrants, some are water plugs, all of this kind of thing, the lighting, and we've got some things going on with the lighting. It's kind of slow developing, but
Sure.
it should happen. James Allen's been working on that for a while.
Okay.
And so when the city kind of got involved with him, now they're looking for James to give them information.
Gotcha.
So there are some things that are happening
Yeah.
that the public just, as they come together, we'll have meetings to let you know about this.
Right.
And my only other thing is somehow I would like to meet with every leader of each of the communities that I'm working with.
Gotcha.
And that's Sandra Center, North Heights, Hamlet, Mesa Verde. And we can come together as leaders, as businessmen, businesswomen, as leaders in the community. And I guarantee you, when we get through, if we list them 1 through 20, 12 of those we're going to have in common.
Yes, I believe that.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what it is get a common goal. We have to learn to say potato, potato, neither, neither, tomato, tomato. You understand what
Yes,
I'm saying?
sir.
And if we can do that, then we can work together and get things done. And I love the Lone Ranger. That sounded crazy, just coming from nowhere, didn't it? That means when the work is done, walk away. You don't have to take a bow.
That's right.
That's why this thing, we've had it since the 5th. And I just thought about giving honor to these guys today because I'm not about taking bows. I'm not.
They're not either.
It was hard to get them to do.
They're quietly working. I was trying to get some candid shots, and they was like, "Man, we busy."
We busy. That's the group that works here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and faithful every day around 11 o'clock. I can expect, except for Thursdays, to hear a honk because you're coming to bring my mother's meal.
Yes,
every single day except for except for Saturday and Sunday. But man, I tell you how much I appreciate that. I mean, that's one meal I don't have to cook.
Well, come Thursday, come July 1st, come July 1st, we'll be serving 5 days a week.
Wow. So, donations are of the utmost importance. So, Hilltop Senior Citizens Center can continue to do the work that it's been doing so faithfully over the past few decades.
What I want to do with those donations, if I may, we bought a building next door, and we were going to renovate that building, and it was going to become our food pantry. We have a pantry here, but it's in my rec room.
Right.
I want to get it out of my rec room. We bought a building for a food pantry, closed closet. It was going to have two multi-purpose showers in it, a couple of freezers, some ice boxes, refrigerators, and washing machines. So when we got clothes in, we can wash them. Well, my place burnt. The place caught on fire. And so the only thing we're trying to do now is get donations to build that building. I believe this community needs that building because we serve a lot of impoverished people.
Right.
And it won't only be for the homeless, but people who are in trouble.
Absolutely.
You know?
So, Habitat for Humanity, all of those who sit on the board or work for them in one way or the other, Home Depot, Lowe's, all of those organizations that actually have social responsibility and are active in bringing service to impoverished or underserved communities, we're appealing to you. Hilltop Senior Citizens Center, located at
1311 North Taylor, right here in Amarillo, Texas.
Whether it's building supplies or cashola or labor, Hilltop could certainly use it in order to complete the mission that it has in serving the community. So thank you again, Commissioner Bishop, Director Coble,
Well, JP,
for your service. We really appreciate it. We'll know what we would do without you. Congratulations for your award and congratulations on your election. We're proud to have you as our commissioner, as you are feet wet, boots on the ground, and it's only been a couple months.
Couple of months.
Yeah, you're getting down, brother.
Look, here's what I like, though. Here's what I like to see. Sometimes people say we have too many things going on in the community. You can never have too many things.
Right.
Brother Gasaway.
Yeah.
They've got the
Garden?
The garden up
Yeah,
here.
he getting
It's
down.
look. Have you seen it?
Yes, I saw it.
It looks good, man. I saw him up there trying to carry 2 cinder blocks at a time. It didn't look good.
You know he's too old.
He's too old for that. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. But
Tim, you're too old, brother.
yeah, if you're not doing anything, go up there on 16th and Hughes or 15th.
It's
and Hughes.
15th.
And it's on the east side, and say, what can I do to serve?
Yeah.
And it's all about serving. They're going to grow some good veggies that can be passed out in the community. And I work with them. I've done a few runs, food runs with them and for them and things like this. So let's work. If you have something that you're doing, let everybody know so that few who can come help you will come help you, and we can do some trade out, get some things accomplished. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Getting it done.
It's imperative right now. We need each other.
We badly.
And so some of the warriors in our community are, of course, Bishop Commissioner Dr. Coble. Then we've got Tim Gasaway, who is the director of the Amarillo Area Black Chamber of Commerce. Then we've got Carolyn Nickerson, who does the healthy food. She's like you in partnership with the food bank and the produce trucks that come out and give you all or so into the community.
Well, she's worked with us.
Yes,
and
she
we've
has.
worked
Right
with
here.
them. Yes, sir, right here.
Yeah.
And then, and there's some other things going on. Mel's got the Black Culture Center, and they've been blessed to get some work done up there.
Yeah.
Some nice stuff. And,
Yeah.
and there are others. The Gotcha Girls, they could use some money. The little girls that they help. Angela's.
Her program for returning citizens?
Yes.
That's right, absolutely.
And, they just got a donation through the county, both of them. And there are some other things going on. Braids and Fades.
Yeah.
And I don't know everybody, but I want to talk about everybody's stuff because everybody bring their stuff to the table. We get some stuff done.
Yeah, Tremaine Brown.
Tremaine.
We need to pull all these resources together. Kara Gilbert.
Yes.
She does good work here in our community too. And we need to pull all these resources together. And the reason that we're missing somebody.
We're missing a whole bunch of
Yeah, we are, yeah.
And see, that's what I've tried to tell people for years. They say, well, this is going on today, this is going on today, this is going on. That's fine. Go by here for a little while, go by here for a little while, go by. Just support.
Yes.
And the deal is, it's called buzzing. Whenever there's a buzzing in the neighborhood, no matter where it is or how many folks are doing it at the same time, people are going to follow the buzzing.
That's right.
And so when there's buzzing, that means something is being done.
Got to create the buzz.
You got to create the buzz.
We are all in this pie together.
Let your buzz affect my buzz.
Yes.
How would it affect my buzz in a positive manner?
Yeah.
It's called provoking people to righteousness.
Yeah.
Provoking in this particular term is a great thing.
Yes.
And so if you buzz, if I'm not busy, I'm going to come buzz with you.
Absolutely.
If you're not busy, come buzz with me.
Yeah.
If you can't physically buzz, put a little something on the table. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, yeah.
Or
absolutely.
send people to the buzz.
Right.
It's about getting it done.
Right. Yeah,
And here-
all a common goal.
As I finish saying, I want people to understand what you do is important. Nobody has a small job. And I realize people can do what I do much better than I can do it.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to do my best at what I do, and that's all that's required.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Director, Commissioner, Pastor Coble,
Thank
Bishop
you.
Coble. I remember there was a guy back in the 90s, Reverend Brother Dr. Deacon, Reverend Brother Doc, what was it? You remember that? Reverend Brother Deacon Dr. Doug. Do you remember that guy?
I do not
I think he was
remember
a
him.
DJ that was in San Antonio here in Texas. He was hilarious. He was like the mother of the church. He was the pastor of the church. He was the head of the deacon board. He was everything. And that's what you are in the community. You just do everything. You just do what needs to be done, and we thank you. And so thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure that you support Hilltop Senior Citizens Center, located at
1311 North Taylor.
That's right here in Amarillo. And if you want to send a donation, send it there. If you want to reach Director Coble, you can reach him at
806-376-9511.
or you can email him at
warrenc1312@gmail.com, and I'll get you to the other one. That other one is long.
It's long. Yeah, and
It's long.
And if you have a civic matter that you need addressed by our commission or city council, commission, particularly Precinct 4, you can write Commissioner Coble at,
And you got that. I don't have my glasses on this one. He does.
and mine ain't working that well today either.
Alrighty.
You can make it care of Warren Coble Sr., Potter County Commissioner, Precinct 4, and you can send any correspondence that you need to 500 South Fillmore. That's Fillmore with 2 L's, Amarillo, Texas 79101. Or you can email him, blow him up at Warren Coble, that's WARRENCOBLE at co.potter.tx.us. Thank you so much, and
you.
we'll see you on the radio.
Bless you.